Hi, this is Suze from Suze the Creative Rebel. I created Mind the Gap. We launched 1st of July, and this is effectively a bridge. So once that you leave art school, there, in my case, there was a massive gap, and going around and speaking to all the students, there still is one. So I originally started out as a dancer, and I moved into filmmaking and acting, and basically the same thing happened to me. As soon as I left, I'd given loads of my money and I got all the skills that I needed. Once I left, there was this gap, and there wasn't really a community, there wasn't really a place to go, there wasn't really any guide about telling you either how to get a job successfully, how to do that quickly, or how to create your own job, how to survive, how to keep your career going over the number of years that you're going to need to keep it going. So basically, when you graduate, you've got your exhibition show, and if you're lucky, maybe the 5% get seen and get remembered, and they maybe get a job straight away. But for the other 95%, this is obviously a made up statistic, but roughly, there really is just a gap. And basically, you are really high from your exhibition, but it's really hard to keep that momentum going, particularly if the momentum that you need to keep going, you need to keep going for a year, 2 years, 5, 10, 15. It's really, really hard. And what happens to a lot of people is that they end up getting another job just to pay the rent. That ends up becoming a bit of a priority, and slowly over time, the time that you have towards your art slowly fades. And it's hard to believe that when you're at school, because you feel like you're so dedicated to it, you can't imagine that ever happening. But life starts to happen, and if you don't really have a plan or a guide or a mentor to keep you focused and to basically help you make those decisions, and you don't have the connections, it's so easy for that excitement just to kind of dissipate, and then you just left feeling a bit defeated. So basically what's going to be happening here is a community. We're going to have this community here on Facebook. In September, there's going to be a launch party for Mind the Gap at the Spike and Earl Cafe. So look out for that. It's going to be on one of the Tuesday student nights. The audio guide has been launched this July, so that's already available. You can buy that. And up until the 18th of July, it's available pretty much half price. Once you've downloaded the audio pack and listened to the guide, there's like 22 audios in there, in thinking like an entrepreneur, how to turn your creativity into your currency, what to do with money, how to meet the right people, how to get connected. That's also something that I'm going to help you with. So once you've downloaded the guide, you can actually have access to all the people that I've got to know in all the art industries over 20 years. So you can get in contact with me and get in touch with whoever it is you need to get you to the next level. I also offer mentoring and coaching, and at the moment we're in talks with sponsors to get sponsored for Mind the Gap. We're also in talks to get funding later on, and the funding we're hoping will also mean that you can get free or practically free mentorship for a year after you leave university or art school, so that anything you want to help with, whether it's setting up your own project, setting up a shop online to sell all these amazing things that you're creating, or whether you just want to get a job, or whether you want to put on your own art exhibition, we can help you take all the steps to make that happen. So I created Mind the Gap with my tech wizard Marcel, who lives in the Dominican Republic, which was where I put on an art exhibition. God, was it last year? It feels like a while ago now, but it was only last year. And also I have a couple of students from King's who are interning with me and helping with Mind the Gap and the Creative Rebel Club. So I also run the Creative Rebel Club here on Facebook. But if this really is for you, if you're a student, Mind the Gap is for you. So you can post your own stuff, you can ask questions, ask me any questions, and I'm happy to make a live video on it, or make a video for you, or make a blog or anything like that, or send you some resources. If you want to ask about coaching, just ask me. Never let money be an issue. We'll always find a way around that. I'm always needing help. Like I said, I've got a couple of interns at the moment, but never let that stop you. Yeah, if you want to download the audio course, that would be awesome, and let me know what you think about it. It is not an exhaustive resource, like I say in the guide, so that if you have any more questions that you aren't being answered in that audio, make sure you, once you've bought it, that you ask them, and I will actually add them to the audio, and it will just keep growing as a big expansive resource. So I'm Suze, and please hang around in the club, make yourself at home, and look out for the September launch party. We're going to have DJs and just basically have a good time. So I hope you enjoy this group, and if you do download the audio course, please let me know what you thought. All right.